Hey Gemini, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to your first weekly quick read for the year 2021. Now this is for the week ahead starting January 11th. I wanted to cover, there's a lot going on up there in the skies. Certainly, just as a heads up, the year ahead will certainly involve a lot of air placements, okay? So complementary to you. And you guys obviously are leading the North Node. So there's a lot of destiny at play in many ways. And obviously when soul calls, a lot of that is going to require us to clear the old. Now, we had Mars recently move from Aries into Taurus last week. We also had Venus enter Capricorn. Now, I want to focus this week's weekly quick reads on what's going on as far as that new moon in Capricorn, which is conjunct Pluto. What's happening up there across the skies, including, you know, the Jupiter and Uranus squares with Mars, is this inattention. Now, we know that this inattention, okay, we might on the surface direct it at something outside of ourselves, whether it be a relationship, our job, but deeper still, we do know that deep and lasting change must happen. Hence, you know, Capricorn was in Saturn for a long time until we transitioned from Capricorn into Aquarius. Saturn is the lord of karma. It rules structures, boundaries, the law. And for us to be able to create a new world in our life, in our communities, in our world, we're going to have to do things in a whole new way, i.e. under that Aquarian energy. So this new moon in Capricorn, after so much heavy Capricorn stuff last year, is like, how can I authentically get to the core of what it means to evolve, what it means to transform, what it means to create deep and lasting change. Make no mistake, January and February are going to be intense months as far as the messages from the cosmos and the opportunities available to us. Do we need to be scared? No, goodness. But it sets the tone for the rest of the year, and this energy is very different to last year. Now, this new moon in Capricorn conjunct Pluto is happening in your 6th house, your house of daily work, daily routine, your health. How does your daily routine serve your health? Your work and service work, okay? The 6th house is ruled by Virgo, so it's about all things daily, on the daily. How am I sort of embracing deep and authentic change and moving away from the old so that it's an everlasting process. It's not just superficially dealt with on the surface, okay? I'm going to take a look at some soul cards. Is there anything else I wanted to mention about the astrology? There's a lot. I've been down, bum up, doing a lot of 2021 forecasts, so it's all been charting and astrology on my end. But with the weeklies, I just want to condense it into a couple of messages. It's a great time to really get to the core of deeper blocks, to our genuine connectivity in our relationships. Shadow of Capricorn can be highlighted, so we do know that power, control looks like this in its shadow element, okay? What does the divine masculine look like? Okay, how can we embody that Capricornian energy where we are the CEO of the zodiac, the father figure, the leader of our lives, and taking authentic control of that for us, okay? And it's not about going against the grain when we feel controlled by others. All right, Gemini, you have guilt underneath the deck for you guys, okay? So take it however it resonates. Maybe there's some second chakra stuff going on with your sacral chakra. I release any beliefs that no longer assist my soul's growth. Make no mistake, last year was a massive transformation year, but in all reality, many in the collective will still be using 2021 to deeply integrate its wisdoms, okay? You've got the fear card, my dear, so I'm talking to Geminis that are still processing a lot of this fear of the new, knowing that change must happen. How does that happen? It happens through balance, my friend. It's funny, I had to wait a little while to do your recording and grab a drink because I noticed a lot of throat chakra stuff. So I saw that. I just didn't really look at balance. I just saw throat chakra stuff. I don't know if there's conversations you feel like you need to have with certain individuals about the past, okay? having conversations to sort of determine what your boundaries are for your future moving forward. The sixth house rules daily routine, so it could apply to people you live with, could apply to what you do for work, could apply to where you currently work, okay, could apply to your health, asking questions. So take it however it resonates. Remember, health is not just about the physical, it is emotional, mental, energetic, as empaths as well, and spiritual health. You got the Seven of Swords underneath the deck. So there's something here where I'm either being deceptive to self or I'm keeping something to myself. Again, is there a conversation that needs to happen? Where do you think others in your daily lives, workplaces, daily routines on some level are being selfish, okay? Maybe something here needs to be addressed. Maybe you're afraid to address it. Maybe it's going to feel like it's rocking the boat. Take it however it resonates. There's this promise of bringing everything, the dynamic, into balance, okay, when we do. I release any beliefs that no longer assist. So what is the beliefs that's holding you back from being able to sort of clear the way? This is about your daily health, okay? And everything that I do with my day, every thought, every choice to act, every choice to not put a boundary line down is all affecting my health, yeah? My spiritual health, my emotional health, my mental health. Is your work environment healthy for you? There's something here about a desire for a brand new beginning, and in our beautiful human nature we can naturally fear that. Don't mind my amazing nails. I've literally still got nails from Christmas and I just haven't had the time to update them. So Merry Christmas, meanwhile. Brand new beginning, Gem. What's going on? You want to feel clear, she says, he says. All right, so this is about getting clear. Maybe you actually need some advice, because the King of Swords could represent a professional seeking professional advice in relation to work matters, in relation to your daily matters, okay? There's a burden here you're carrying. It is not just for you. It is about equal reciprocity and distribution. This new moon is going to, if you don't action something in little ways and big ways, you're going to feel it on the full moon, love, by the end of the month. Again, there's a lot of heavy placements in Aquarius as we transition from, like, it's literally moving across the chart from Capricorn into Aquarius. So that's January and February for you. Old world, new world, okay? Because Saturn is now in Aquarius. What is it that you are carrying over from last year that you should have addressed when it comes to your daily life, your work, your service work, your health? There's something here that the load needs to be shared now. Release the guilt, release the fear, and I get it as an outsider, but we can't deceive ourselves anymore. A new beginning is necessary, all right? The zero field, that transition point between the old and the new, it can entice us with fear, but know that true power lies in your mind, Gemini, okay? You've got the Nine of Swords underneath the Seven of Swords. You deserve to feel the light of the sun, okay? So take every day as it comes, all right? And action where you can action, knowing yourself where you're being deceptive to self, because you deserve to feel free of the weight of this thing, whether it's a simple conversation, whether it's a change you need to make, whether it's something going on at work, okay? Your routine as well is what I want to say. With, because I've just been doing a lot of January, 2021 forecasting, I've had to condense everything, and you know me, I talk a lot, so it's hard to condense a week's worth of astrology. But I want to give you guys the most amount of information as I can. The new moon conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. It's an amazing time to really work with the subconscious. Again, it's about getting out of the head, out of the superficial layers, and really getting deep to the core. We're working with Plutonian energy, okay? The shadow of Capricorn, I think I've already mentioned this, is highlighted. So in the collective, we'll see that, how that shadow masculine energy can come about in us, in our connections, in others. It's an amazing time to really get to the core of this shadow masculine energy, where control is being used submissively. What do you call it? Why do I call it submissively? Passive aggressively, that control, dominance, and it is about getting to the core and letting go, so we can really set the tone for this year. Alrighty, something to do with sixth house matters for you, Gem. Hope you got something out of that, my friend. But if you are interested in getting your own personal reading, or you would like a 2021 astrology forecast, it is a 1.5 hour video, unique and tailored to you based on your date of birth, the planetary opportunities we all have this year. And yes, some people may not make most of the opportunities that are. But when we're aware of them, there we are, yeah? We can experience amazing transformation this year by deeply embedding and working with air energy and knowing how best to do that unique to us. So if you'd like to book your forecast for the year ahead, you can do so at the link above. Have an amazing week, Jam, and I'll see you next time. Take care.